Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Practical Mystic. My name is Maria, the Ancient Seer. This time, my topic is about how to overcome fear, sadness, and disappointment. But before that, let me share to you a message from one of the viewers from my previous video, particularly the video which is about Virgo Tarot reading session. In that video, there is one viewer who commented, and actually, at first, she admired my tarot reading session because she could resonate well from that reading session. This is what she said. What a wonderful detailed reading. Thank you. Thank you so much. This really resonated with me because I have autism and my neighbors are bullying me by riding really loud trail bikes 25 meters from my house. And I have asked them nicely if they could ride their trail bikers in their back padlock as they are on 40 acres. However, they choose to antagonize me by reviving them and riding for up to 5 hours near my house. Remember that people who have autism are actually distracted if they can hear loud noises outside of them. It's like they would get severe headache every time they hear loud noises. So this is what happened to her. When they talked nicely to her neighbors about the noise, they antagonized her. And so, okay, this is what she said as continuation. When I videoed them to get evidence for the council, they came over and threatened me, and I haven't, because of the threat caused by the neighbors, she said, I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten now for 3 days because I am in fear. I live on my own and I'm not sure if I should move house because I have only just bought this house 3 months ago, meaning she was just recently moved into that house, or she bought that house 3 months ago. Therefore, it is hard for her to move right away. And she continued, I am extremely sad and disappointed by the lack of human empathy and the willingness for other people to meet in the middle. Okay. So, she experienced fear, and because of that fear caused by her neighbors, she hadn't eaten for 3 days now. And aside from fear, she also experienced sadness and disappointment, which are actually the things that will be my topic tonight. I'm going live. Okay. So, I do hope that Heather K or Hit Her K is watching right now. This will be also my advice to you. Okay? So first, the most important thing for you and for everybody regarding that case, or if you're in that case, first thing to do is do not be afraid. Okay? Do not be afraid of someone, or do not be afraid of anyone, but only God, who is the source of everything. Okay? Do not be afraid. This has been said many times in the Bible. Fear not, or do not be afraid, because God is with you, who can help you in that situation, no matter how hard it is. And secondly, you should not be afraid because fear is a low emotional energy. And because if you are afraid of something, you will experience low vibrational energy, since fear is a low energy. Okay? Fear is a low vibrational kind of energy, and if you are fearful, you cannot experience abundance from the universe because you are tuning to low vibrational energies like fear. And do not be afraid because anyway, one of the promises from the Bible that God is with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will provide the things that you need. And regarding the situation of Heather K or Heather K, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Regarding your situation, you should not be afraid because your neighbor is just your neighbor, and they are causing you fear simply because they are mad when you report something to the council regarding their misbehavior. Okay. And in that case, instead of being fearful about what they did to you, try to divert your attention only to God in a way that you're looking forward for divine intervention. Okay? And for every one of you, still you can relate to this. Fear is just in your mind. So if you want to overcome your fear, you have to educate your mind, orienting your mind or reprogramming your mind that fear is just something created in your mind. So if you want to control fear, control your mind first. Okay? Fear is actually not a tangible object that you should be afraid of. Actually, fear is just creation of your mind. So if you do not want to experience fear, you have to control your mind first. Okay? And regarding the case of Heather K, she cannot move to another house because she just recently bought the house 3 months ago. Moving houses is actually a heavy decision. So my advice is do not be in a hurry to move to another house. Just stay in that house and try to stay there for 6 months. Probably within 6 months, your neighbors can adjust to you, and probably you could also adjust to them regarding their misbehavior. Perhaps their misbehavior is only temporary. Who knows that sooner or later you would discover that they are actually good people and they are just misbehaving temporarily only in during that time. Okay? And I know everybody experiences this case that when we are new to a particular place, we actually feel uncomfortable in that place because it is our first time to stay in that place. We feel restless in that place because it's our first time to stay and we don't feel comfortable in that location. Okay, so but actually the difficulty that we experience is only during the first time that we stay in that place, meaning the difficult thing is only at first. The difficult situation happens at first. Okay, it only happens at first. Okay, so sooner or later we can adjust with the situation and definitely feel comfortable. And okay, and my third advice to you, Hither K, is that you have to pray for your neighbors. This is not just for you, but also to everybody that if there are people who caused you pain, the second thing that you have to do is pray for them. Pray for them to experience peace. Probably they are stressful during the time that they cause you pain. So pray for them to be at peace and pray for them to have empathy about you, that sooner or later they would realize that they are wrong and would ask for your apology. Okay, so pray for them to have empathy and realization about their mistakes for hurting you. Okay, and pray for them to be good to you, okay? That sooner or later, they will be treating you well, okay? And consider you as their friend, okay? And lastly is that if they're really bad, pray for them to change their behavior towards you, okay? So pray for them to have adjustment of their behavior, okay? So this is for everybody. I believe that you can resonate to this, that people will either intentionally or unintentionally hurt you. So whoever they are, whether they are intentionally hurting you or unintentionally hurting you, just pray for them. Pray for them to change their behavior and consider you as their friend. Okay, and lastly is regarding the situation of Hit Her K, that she also experienced not just fear but also sadness and disappointment. So same thing, that sadness and disappointment, these are also low emotional energies. And if you experience all of these low emotional energies, meaning you will be under the grip of bad karma. Instead that the persons hurting you will experience the grip of bad karma, and because they caused you fear and you're afraid of what they have done to you, at the same time you experience sadness and disappointment. So any of these low vibrational energies will make you experience low energy, and having all of these low energies will make you or control you to be under the grip of karma. So instead that they will be experiencing those low energies, it just goes that they are transferring those low energies onto you, so that you will be the one to experience the grip of bad karma. Okay, so in the case of Hit Her K, because of her fear that she haven't eaten for 3 days now, that fear is supposedly be one of the low energies to be experienced by her neighbors. Instead that they experience it themselves, they transferred it to her in order to make her stuck in that mentality. She's actually experiencing victim mentality by having that fear, sadness, and disappointment within her as her emotion. So having that fear, sadness, and disappointment, she is now the one who experiences the grip of bad karma. Okay, so as a result, she haven't eaten for 3 days, and she experienced that victim mentality. Okay, so my advice for you, Hit Her K, not just for Hit Her K, but also to everybody, if somebody is creating drama in that drama you would experience either fear, either sadness, or disappointment, the first thing that you have to instill in your mind is that do not give them your power by paying attention to these people and paying attention to the things that they have done unto you. Okay? So for example, in the case of Hit Her K, she reported the misbehavior of her neighbors to the authority, and so these neighbors of her got mad, and these neighbors of her were creating drama in the sense that they inflict fear unto her. As a result, she haven't eaten for 3 days. So if that is the case, if somebody is creating drama to cause you fear, sadness, and disappointment, the first thing that you have to instill in your mind is do not pay attention to these people. Do not think about the situations that they've caused drama, because the more you pay attention to them and to the situations, is that the more you give away your power to them. Okay, and by the time that you are giving away your power to them, so the same thing goes that you are also giving your energy to them. So after all these consequences, you will experience draining, or you will experience energetically drained. Okay, you will be energetically drained. So The important step that you will be doing next is do not be affected about the things that they've said to you. Do not be affected about the dramas that they've created against you, because the problem is not about you, it is about them. Do not be affected about the words that they have said unto you. Instead, control your mind in such a way that you instill into your mind that the problem is about them, not about you. Because normal people do not have the intention to hurt others. And I am not saying that they are abnormal people. I am just saying that if they are normal, of course they do not want others to be hurt. But neither I say that they are abnormal. What I am trying to mean is that these people are actually unhealed people. And because they are unhealed people, what they do is to cause also pain or hurt. They try to hurt other people just to share their miserable situation. Meaning, just like the saying goes, misery loves company. Because they are unhealed people, they love to hurt other people, just like them who are unhealed. Okay, because if they are normal, they do not hurt anyone. Okay, so do not be affected. The best thing for you to overcome fear, sadness, and disappointment is to instill in your mind that the fear, sadness, and disappointed, these are state of the mind. Okay, so if you want to control fear, sadness, and disappointment, just control your mind. Instill into your mind that you should not be affected with the dramas, insults hurled by other people, because you are aware that the normal people don't actually hurt others. On the other hand, the unhealed people, they love to hurt other people because they experience that miserable or unhealed situation within them, meaning they do not release themselves from the traumas, from the pain that they have been experiencing from the past. Okay, so try to instill that in your mind, that instead of being angry, or instead of taking revenge or holding grudges about these people who caused you pain, instead, you reprogram into your mind that these people are in need of healing. These people are in need of prayers for them to release themselves from traumas, from curse, and from the grip of bad karma. So instead of holding grudges or taking revenge, just understand that these people are unhealed people. They are indeed in need of healing from their past traumas. Okay, and so to overcome the fear, disappointment, and sadness is to reprogram your mind. Teach your mind to control this low vibrational energy. So instead of thinking those experiences that may cause sadness or disappointment into your heart, is that divert your mind about other situations that can produce a thought of happiness, joy. Okay, so the devil actually is trying to attack the mind, because the mind is the first battlefield, or the first thing that they can control. Okay, so if that is the case, they are creating drama, creating situations that can inculcate fear or inflict fear and sadness into your heart. So in that situation, the mind is also the thing that you have to control in order to overcome these low vibrational emotions like sadness, fear, and disappointment. Okay, when they create dramas just to hurt you, and if you let yourself be affected about the words that they have said unto you, you are already experiencing that victim mentality. And if that is the case, you will definitely experiences those low vibrational emotions like anger, resentment, fear, sadness, and disappointment, and all that. All of these emotions are low emotional energies. And if you are vibrating to any of these emotional energies, definitely you will experience bad karma, which is supposed to be experienced by these people who are creating dramas onto you. Okay? So that is their way of transferring their low vibrational energies onto you, is by creating drama, so that you may always pay attention to the situation and to these people. And the more you think about the situation and these people, the things that they've said, the more you're giving away your power. So meaning your energy, you give your energy to them so that they may also exchange their low vibrational energies onto you. Okay? Just like, for example, in the situation of Hitherki, the neighbors are actually mad because she reported their misbehavior to the council. So the true energy of the neighbor is actually anger, resentment, because they're mad that they're being reported to the council. So what they did in order to avoid this low vibrational energy is they created words unto her, saying those words that may cause her to be fearful. Okay, when they said those threatening words to her, so she is now experiencing fear. As a result, she haven't eaten for 3 days, and so meaning they pass their low vibrational energies unto her in a form of fear, so that she will now receive the low energy from them, and her true energy, which is to be happy, contented, are now being passed on to them. So there is swapping of energy. The misbehaving neighbors, who are supposedly the ones to experience bad karma, and they don't want to experience bad karma, so they said words that can cause fear to her, and she is now experiencing fear, and fear is one of the low energy. Therefore, she is the one who is now receiving the grip of bad karma, and her true energy is being exchanged to her neighbor. So their neighbors are now, apart from the grip of bad karma, are now experiencing her energy. So she is now energetically drained in that situation. So I hope you understand my words. I hope it is clear that the best thing to do in order to overcome fear, sadness, disappointment, and other low emotional energies is by controlling your mind. Do not think about the situation, the people, and the words that have caused you pain, so that you will never experience hatred. Because the more you think about it, the more that your thoughts creates emotions like that. And if the mind creates emotions like anger, resentment, then you are already under the grip of bad karma because of low emotional energies that you are feeling. Okay. And regarding the situation of Hitherki, I hope that you learn something from her, and I hope she is also listening to me right now and understand what I mean. I hope that this will be resonating to everybody. So see you in my next video. Love and light.